Let's talk about Khamzat Chimaev. What for your boy?
Let me turn the music on because you choo choo. Somebody give me. Where's my steering wheel? Where's my steering wheel? Because I'm driving the train, baby. You know I'm driving the train.
You're all about that train.
Hey, what about when he made his debut and you had to tell me his name?
You didn't.
That was like 3 fights ago.
66 days ago. Well, technically, I guess it's like 68 now. He won his debut in July. 66 days later, he's 3-0. But DC, what about these numbers? Total strikes: 124-2 against John Phillips in his debut, 68-0 against Reese McKee, and 4-0 against Gerald Meerschaert. He knocks Gerald Meerschaert out.
It didn't take many, boy.
What is going on here?
Do you remember
with this guy?
Do you remember after Abu Dhabi, you said, DC, what did you think about Khamzat Chimaev? This was before the show, and I'm like, what's his name again? And then I started talking about all the other Dagestanis in the wrestling in the region, and I was like, you were like, you have no idea who this kid is. I was like, you know what? I got to be honest, Ariel. I got to be honest. I don't. But boy, do I know who he is now. Choo choo, because I'm the conductor of this train, baby, and I'm not letting certain people on. Bisbing, you're not welcome to ride the Chimaev train. You're out of there. And all these other guys, y'all out because y'all didn't believe us when we said Chimaev. Okay, maybe I was a week late to the party because it's only a week. You remember the first one was 1 week, the next one was the second week. He beat the dude up, and I was on board. And then, boy, what he did to Gerald this weekend. Oh, that was something else, huh?
And DC, I said after the second win that he should be fighting top 5 guys.
But then I disagreed. Remember, I was like, let's not rush him because he's just going to be stuck there. But guess what? He's ready, baby. I was wrong. Earlier you said,
yes.
I admit when I'm wrong. Hey, Ariel, I'm ready to admit I was wrong. Give him a title shot. I want a title shot with you. Come on. Ariel, give him a title shot. Give him a title shot. He's ready. Because when he was beating these dudes up with all the takedowns, everybody kept going. No, Daniel, his kickboxing is what he's known for. He's the best at stand-up. And I'm like, no, he isn't. There's no way. With the way that he can beat these guys on the ground, there's no way. One right hand. Gerald looked terrified. Can we agree on this? Gerald looked terrified?
He did not look like he wanted to be in there. Yeah,
he looked terrified.
It was disappointing after everything that he said, and he owned up to it afterwards. But after everything he said the week before, and I saw a lot of people say like, oh, you were saying, I never said for a second that Gerald was going to win that fight. All I said was it was disrespectful towards Gerald to talk about his next fight. And guess what? Regardless of what happened on Saturday, and now we know what happened, it was still disrespectful. The result doesn't mean it wasn't disrespectful, but clearly they were right. And now it's on to the next.
Now we know why they do the job that they do. That's why they're the ones been the matchmaking. No. Because that's why that's why Sean Shelby. No. That's why Mick Maynard. That's why they do the jobs they do, because they know. They're like, man, let me tell you something. I can imagine being big old whiteboard on the wall. It's like, okay, we got this one. Let's go UFC Vegas 11. We're gonna put Khamzat Chimaev. And then Dana goes, how about we put him again in Fight Island? And then everybody's like, oh my God, 2 fights? 2 fights? You're going to schedule 2? And there's like, we're going to schedule him 2 because this dude's special. And boy, he showed it. He showed it last weekend. And you know what's more impressive? He's a 70-pounder.
Right.
Ariel, he's a 70-pounder. He's a 70-pounder.
Who wins right now? Khamzat or Colby? Come on. Let's hear it.
You can't really put me on the spot like this because you know I'm on this Khamzat train, man.
You think, I'm about to get
Khamzat. If Khamzat fights Demian Maia, which I don't want to see anymore. Right. I don't want to see Demian Maia in there with Khamzat, though. I don't want to see Demian Maia in there with Khamzat Chimaev.
Hey,
if he goes in there, he is getting knocked out.
Shout out to my guy Sandu on Twitter. He said Demian Maia versus Khamzat Chimaev will be like when Shawn Michaels fought Ric Flair and he was crying before hitting him.
He was crying. It's over. Yeah. I'm not walking. When HBK was HBK is loading up the streets and music, bro, he is going to get knocked out, bro. The way Gilbert Burns knocked him out, it's going to be much worse. And then the legend of Khamzat is going to just continue to grow.
Okay, so that fight's not done yet. It's not signed. They haven't.
I don't want it.
So audible that too?
Audible.
What do we do?
You know what's kind of crazy? Okay, so what do you want? This is the question. What do you want? Do you want to see him get tested? because he's honestly not going to get tested until he gets to the elite of the elite.
He's ready for the elite of the elite.
Absolutely.
Put him in there.
But guys like Mike Perry are going, I'm ready. I was 9-0 with 9 knockouts. I mean, you can put them in there and let them go do their thing. We might have, might be another celebration piece because Khamzat be doing his thing. Mike Perry's good though. But I mean, who do you match him up with? Because he's got to be almost ranked, right? He's got to be almost ranked at this point.
Yeah.
I
what
mean,
about like a Luque, a Ponzinibbio type?
Oh, that'd be good.
No?
Though. Ponzinibbio's the real deal. Luque's the real deal. But here's the problem with Luque. He got to strike. He's striking.
Yeah, so.
Then he might just take him down.
17 seconds.
Then he might just take him down, man.
That's what's good.
Hey, boy, Khamzat is the man, isn't he? That's crazy. I want him with one of the best guys. Put him in the top 10 fight.
Of course.
Neil Magny.
I'd be in.
Neil Magny. Put him in there with Neil Magny.
Really?
That's the one. Neil Magny versus Khamzat. That's how good and ready he is.
Khamzat or Leon Edwards?
Who wins?
Yeah.
Oh man, why you trying? I see what you're doing. God, you're the worst.
What?
You're trying, because I've been hyping my boy Rocky Leon. I've been hyping my boy Leon for the last few weeks, and now you try to turn me on Leon. Like but Leon Edwards should not fight Khamzat right now. Why?
No, he
Leon
would never
7 in a row.
None of these guys are going to do it.
These guys aren't going to fight him. No reason to.
Hey, what about Wonder Boy? What about Wonder Boy?
Man,
none of these guys. They're all going to be.
Bro, you got to stop trying to okay, so it's a natural progression, right? Like Demian Maia is like number 7 or 8 in the world, right? At this point. So I mean, put him in there.
No, but he's just so likable. Like no one wants to see him. Now, I will say stylistically, it's a really interesting matchup because if they get to the ground, off his back, Demian can hang. He's just too old.
Bro, he's getting crushed, dog. Hey, if he fights Khamzat, he's getting crushed, dog. He's getting crushed if he fights Khamzat Chimaev. I'm sorry, Ariel. I'm sorry. A lot of guys are getting crushed if they fight this dude. This time next year,
September 21st, 2021, right?
Yeah.
2021. Has Khamzat either fought for the belt already or booked in a fight or champion?
By 2021, Khamzat Chimaev is fighting for the belt or is the champ. Listen. In 2021, Khamzat Chimaev is the double champ. 170 and 185. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling Izzy.
I love Izzy. But listen, he go up and down, dog. He can fight everybody. After what I saw, Ariel, because we talked about this. I'm like, man, if he can run through Gerald, this spaceship.
We didn't say that. We did not say that. I never said that.
This spaceship is going to the moon. Ariel, could you imagine if he runs through Gerald? And you were like, oh my goodness. And I was like, but then this, I said, if I'm Gerald, I'm trying to hurt this dude regardless, win or lose, right? Make sure you don't make the fight. One punch. Good night, Irene. It's crazy.
Good night, Irene.
Good night, Irene.
Giving homeless people McDonald's before the fight is
and feeding people on. And guess what? He's such a great guy. I mean, he didn't video that. His friend did. He didn't even know.
Whatever.
Khamzat,
that's the classic. That's the classic.
Listen. Hey, Khamzat didn't even know his friend was videoing him. And unfortunately, his friend put it on the internet and he's like, come on, I don't want this. You feed people in the dark, right? He does it with his heart because he said, as you do things for people here, it will come back to you in your afterlife. I mean, he's got great philosophy. He's got a great mind for fighting. He's got all the physical ability to dominate 2 weight classes. Dude's the real deal. I mean,
you are driving that train.
I'm driving.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.